this is a huge mistake that I made. I didn't realize that I wasn't choosing the right one. Hundreds of calories off. That cost me being stuck. So today, guys, I want to show you guys how to track your macros. Before you even get into how to track your macros, I want to teach you guys what a macro is and why it's important that we need to track these and understand them, all right? So macros are basically nutrients that our body needs in order for us to, if we follow them correctly, we can achieve goals like the correct fat loss, muscle building, toning, and that's why it's very important that you get this down, so that's why you can create the look that you want, all right? A lot of people go wrong, and where they mess up is they have very uneven macros. They're eating too high of fats, too high of carbs, not enough protein, stuff like this. And this is why they can be eating the same calories as someone else, but they'll look completely different because they're not really following the right macros. So let's get into it. There are 3 essential macros that you need to know about. The first one are carbs, which have 4 calories per gram. Second one is protein, which has 4 calories per gram. And the last one is fats. Those have 9 calories per gram. And now we're gonna talk about how to track them. So download the app called MyFitnessPal. You need MyFitnessPal, and you're gonna need a food scale as well. Food scale I got from Amazon, it was 20 bucks. And or you can go to Target and get them for like really cheap too, and then bring your food items. So today I've got a bunch of different things. I got some meat over there. I'm gonna show you guys how to measure out. So now we are on the MyFitnessPal. We're gonna go inside of here. We're gonna hit add breakfast. Now there's a few, if you bought the premium version, which I have because I think it's very, very useful in my sense, because I sometimes can just scan an item instead of entering in the item. And I'll show you what I mean by that. But you can see here, there's scan a meal right here. Like I just told you guys, I don't know why it's telling me to have to log in, but I should be logged in. But you can basically come to something like this, peanut butter, and you can scan it, and it'll bring up suggestions of which one. In this case, it's the Jif peanut butter. So I click it, and you can go ahead and put it inside of here, just like that. Add it to your diary. Boom, 200 calories for the day. Now I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna show you guys how to actually do it. So how do you eat this? So let's say you want to eat some peanut butter. You're gonna always first thing, zero out the scale. Put it on a flat surface. Never have it on a bed. Never have it on. I'm doing it in this room because a lot of areas in my house right now are occupied. First thing, always zero out your scale before you put anything on there. Open it up. Now let's say you're doing something like this, right? The first thing you want to look at, there are total fats at the top. It's gonna tell you your carbs, it's gonna tell you your protein, 3 macros. It's gonna tell you your serving size as well. So if you want to have peanut butter, put it on the scale, boom, and zero it out. It says 9 point something ounces. Now I usually weigh, if it's not protein, I weigh in grams. For it's protein, then I'll weigh it in ounces, okay? Because I usually just follow how the label. So the serving size is 2 tablespoons, but 33 grams for 1 serving size. So I'll just go and put it in as grams. Now, if it was chicken breast or something like that, which I'll show you guys, it'll say on the packaging, it'll measure like 6 ounces per package. Well, I'm just gonna go and follow that ounces for the measurement. So here, switch it to grams. Let's say you don't have the premium version. You don't need the premium version, but it does help. You can just use it and type in every item you have. So it's Jif, and you don't have to do exact brand, but it does help. For this case, I'll just say peanut butter. They're all pretty much the same thing. Foods, like you have to understand that MyFitnessPal is a library that anybody has access to. Anybody can add food in there. Anybody can add in calories. They can add whatever meal they have and add in whatever calories it could be. So they can choose what it is. So there's a bunch of options. So you have to make sure you choose the right one. Here's what's gonna be helpful, and I'm gonna show you guys in a second, is there's items with a check mark. Green check mark basically means it's a verified item, all right? Those are the ones you usually wanna go for. You're not always gonna find those for certain items or certain foods. If you can't find them, then in that case, just choose whatever you can see that's available and that would make the most sense, and compare them to each item. And I'll explain this so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. I'm going to take my spoon and I'm going to make sure it's zeroed out. Sometimes it'll kind of go on. This is why you gotta do a flat surface. It says 16 grams, 15 grams. So there's 15 grams of peanut butter right here. That's what it says. That's how much I just took out. So it's gonna tell you. So I'm gonna come on MyFitnessPal. I'm gonna enter in peanut butter. If you have a scanner, you can just scan the label. Peanut butter, I found it. Oh, this is from I'm just gonna do peanut butter because because I have, the good thing about the premium is it saves your search history, so that's why you can see peanut butter. Come inside of here, click that's a green verified. Sometimes most things like peanut butter is very verified, so there's gonna be a lot of verified things. This is what I mean. This one doesn't have a verified, so you know that one's, I wouldn't really hit that one. You're gonna have items that are like maybe not as popular, that won't have a lot of verified items. Those you just, like I said, have to choose the best option that would make the most sense for that item. And if you don't know, always ask your coach, trainer, or look it up, and they can, you know, give you some assistance. Now with this, one tablespoon of peanut butter. Well, I don't know if this is 1 tablespoon, but what I'm gonna do is just gonna switch it to grams. And number of servings, we're just gonna do, it's at 16 right now. Boom, and then I'm gonna hit check. So now if I go back, I have 8 grams of fat, 3 grams of protein, 3.6 of carb, and 96 calories. That is how you enter in any food item. And you just repeat that for every item: chicken, rice, or carbs, every item, vegetables, whatever, liquids, juices. If you're measuring liquids, use milliliters. So this can actually switch from carb, or you can switch from grams, ounces, milliliters, fluid ounces, or sorry, use fluid ounces to measure liquids. For items like this, you're gonna need to put on a plate, right? So here, 0 extra scale, boom. Where do we have? We have some ground turkey here. 0 it out. Now we're gonna come inside of here, add food, tap here, lean, or just put ground turkey. And now here's another thing, guys. When it comes to meats, always choose, you can see here, the cooked version. So whatever you do, right, you can do either or, but I like to just choose the cooked version. I cook my food and that's what I'm measuring. So let's say you cooked it, right? But you click the raw version of the ground turkey, you're gonna get a completely wrong measurement, like hundreds of calories off. And this is a huge mistake that I made that cost me being stuck. I didn't make any progress. I was wondering why. My coach was like, why are we not making progress? But I didn't realize that I wasn't choosing the right one. If you weighed it out and put it in MyFitnessPal, you weighed it out and then you put it in MyFitnessPal as the raw version, that's completely fine. And then you go ahead and cook it because then it has the right measurement. But I'm gonna show you an example, guys. Guys, look at that. It's like 40, 50 calories and it can be more. Let's imagine you have 6 ounces, 8 ounces of chicken or whatever. It adds up. Same thing with rice, with your carbs, same thing, oatmeal. Whatever you're having, whatever source, make sure you weigh it, whatever measurement is the right thing. If you need questions on that, please message me or ask or look it up. You know, I'm gonna choose here, I'm gonna measure in ounces. My thing is weighed out, my scale's weighed out, zeroed out. I'm gonna come in here. This amount is about 0.7 ounces. So you're gonna say, Yash, how do you do that? Just go with the decimal amount, put 0.7, and boom. Little break. Here's a secret hack that you must try. A mistake that I used to make was I'd wake up and I would enter the food as the day goes on. Wrong, wrong, wrong. You will literally be losing your hair and like angry, frustrated if you do this. Now, there are days where I'm out and about and I will kind of do this. I'll kind of have to go and plan it as I go, but the chances of it being like close to my macronutrient breakdown is very, very off. So the night before, I will just go inside of here in MyFitnessPal and I'll enter in what all the food I'm gonna have for the next day. I'll go in my kitchen and I'll just try to say, okay, I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have this, this, this. That when I wake up, all I have to do is if I didn't meal prep at night, is I'll just meal prep in the morning, follow what's on here, and I'm out the door. I know for that day, I'm chilling, I'm not stressing. A lot of times I feel like I'm stressing, like I'm worried if I'm gonna hit the number because I don't even know if it's in there. So what doing it the night before, I'm chill, I'm relaxed when I wake up. It's like, So now we're gonna talk about how to calculate your own macros so that when you're done working with Coach Yash, whoever you're working with, you can go and do it on your own. So I had a post a while ago and that's kind of what I'm reading off, because the numbers, I honestly do not remember these calculations, guys. I don't really use them. Sometimes the most I'll do, if it's a client I've already had for a while, if it's a first time client, you know, I'll use a calorie calculator. Those are helpful, but they are not always accurate. So what I like to do, first step, weight, figure out your weight. Once you find your weight, you're gonna multiply that by 10, all right? Now, this is gonna give you your resting metabolic rate, your RMR, okay? Now, step 2, once you have your RMR, you're gonna multiply that by your activity factor. Here are your activity factors, okay? So you do your RMR, right, times your activity factor. For a lightly active individual, 1.3, for a moderately active individual, 1.6, and for a heavily active individual, that's gonna be 2.1. So here's an example, right? You have a heavily active 180-pound man who's trying to lose weight, right? So what you're gonna do is take 180 pounds times 10 to get us because step 1, to get our RMR, which is 1,800 calories, okay? Or it's gonna be 1,800, okay? So step 2, take that resting metabolic rate of 1,800, multiply that by 2.1, our activity factor, and that's going to give us 3,780 calories expended per day. So for this person, 3,700 calories is what they need to maintain their weight, not go up or down. If they want to lose weight, like we just mentioned, they're going to need to drop it slowly by 200 to 300 calories. And if it's not going down, the weight isn't going down, they're going to drop it a little bit more. And if you're bulking too, trying to put on size, you're just gonna take that 3,700 and increase with 200, 300 calories. If you're still not gaining, increase some more. And if you are gaining too quick, just slow down. That's basically all it is, all right? So that's how you figure out that's how you count your calories, you feel what I'm saying? And if you got value from this video, you liked this video, you found it very helpful, it helped you with your journey, make sure you leave a like, comment, and you subscribe. If you're not subscribing right now, man, oh my gosh, bro. It's literally free, it helps me out, it pushes it out into the algorithm saying that this channel, this video, when you like it, this is a good video, this is a good channel, let's push it to more people who can use this video to change their life, all right? That's basically why it's important. And also, hey man, hit the bell notification so you never miss a banger video on this channel. We are going crazy. I appreciate all the love and support.